Welcome back to the Overcomfort podcast. My name is Jenicka. Thank you so much for watching and listening from wherever you guys are at. I wanted to do a special episode now that Valentine's love is in the air. This episode is probably out a little bit after Valentine's Day, but that is okay. Self-love is for everybody. It's all year round. It is super important, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. I asked you guys some questions on my IG. You guys sent your questions in, wanting to know about self-love or things regarding all of that anxiety, depression, things that you guys need advice on. And I'm so happy that I can be a person to share that with you guys. Some of you guys sent questions through Instagram, some about my personal life, and let's get them answered. I also have some questions written out and kind of how I learned how to give myself love. I've been single for almost 3 years now. So trust me, I've had a good amount of experience and I feel like I have the answers now. I am satisfied with who I am as a person. I am not dependent on someone for love. I feel like it all starts within. Let's start there. It starts within. It starts within really addressing your emotions and your feelings. And if there's a problem, if you feel like there's a problem with you, address that problem. So for example, I feel like I'm too ugly or I'm too fat to be with someone, or I'm not deserving of love, which is a lie. But why do you think that way? Does it go back to your childhood? Does it go back to, did someone make fun of you when you were younger, et cetera, et cetera? And how can you fix that now that you're older? How are you going to address and make things better for your heart and for your future, let's say, now, and that way you don't carry it on into your future self or to your children and build generational curses. So that's the main topic today. I also feel like I do want to share that self-love isn't easy. Learning to love yourself isn't going to be an easy ride, because there's going to be things that you don't even like about yourself. And especially if you are reliant on social media or if you have friends and family that are just negative, I really recommend finding good people in your life that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel like, wow, I'm a valuable person, but most importantly, that you know yourself, that you're valuable. I'm valuable, and the people around me know that as well. Because if there's people around you that just talk down on you or that make you feel worthless, like, sorry, but it's time to start cutting people out. It's time to start worrying about yourself, no matter who it is, grandma, grandpa, any person, siblings. You know what? I need some space. I'm setting boundaries. I'm letting you know that this is what I don't like. You don't even have to tell them. I would recommend you tell them so it can help you heal. But if you don't feel comfortable yet sharing what bothers you with that person, then just be like, you know what? I'm going to have some space. And when I'm ready, we'll talk about it, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like that has helped me on my journey, like letting people know, like, or really cutting people out. If you're not bringing value, if you're not bringing some type of addition into my life, I do not need you. Because I am self-sufficient. I know what I can bring to the table. I know what I offer. And it's all about really just having a really good standpoint, really confident about who you feel you are inside. So I'm going to answer some questions that I have here. Some regarding love. Okay. What are your relationship non-negotiables? So for me, again, I feel like I am a full package. I have my house, I have my car, I don't have kids, I'm financially stable, I have my business, I make my own money. I know what I want, and I know who I am, and I know what I can offer. Now, the person that comes into your life, whether that be a friend or a boyfriend, has to be someone that is bringing more value to my life. You're going to join me. You're not going to take away from what I already have. You're not going to take away my friends. You're not going to take me away from my family. No, like you're joining me as I'm joining you in your life. It has to kind of match. And obviously it's not going to be perfect, but it has to be equal value and someone that has the same standards. You know, you have to really, it's not about being picky, but it's also really having that standard, because I'm not just going to choose any type of person. You have to have a good job. You have to have a good credit score. You have to have a good job, good credit score. You have to be family oriented. You have to be, what's that word? Not focused. Con pilas. What's a word? Motivated. There's another word. Goal oriented. Thank you, Andrew. Something along those lines. If you guys know what I mean, just let me know in the comments below. But you guys know what I mean. It has to be someone that adds value to your life. And that's for me. I know it's a lot of non-negotiables. Oh, and you have to be Christian. Absolutely. You have to believe in God. And because I'm very faith-based and I believe God is the center of my life. And without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. So yeah. What other ones? Have you ever tried any dating apps? Are you opposed to them? I have tried dating apps. I have tried Chispa and I have tried, I'm just going to say Chispa because I'm never going to get back on Chispa. But I didn't like it. I don't like the app format, if I'm being quite honest. I don't like the app format, and I have trust issues. So if anyone that tries to hit me in my DMs, like, I don't know, even then, like, it just doesn't work out for me. I feel like it's hard to change my name on Chispa it's the main Latino app for dating. So it's kind of difficult to find, that person and not really question like, oh, are you dating me because of who I am? Or are you dating me because you thought it was pretty? But yeah. Okay. How do you show yourself love? I show myself love by waking up in the morning, praying, taking care of my body, fueling my mind. I listen to my worship music in the mornings. I go to the gym, feed my body, and then I worry about the rest after. I'll take my self-care days. I'll go read my books. I'll go color. I'll go have some time with my friends, sleep if I want to, chill on my couch all day if I want to. It's really about just breathing and just like being okay with who you are. And it took me a while to get here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And staying true to who I am. Like, it's been very, very, it's a roller coaster. When you're healing and when you're really discovering yourself, it is a roller coaster. And I feel like through this podcast, I've been able to talk to you guys and really show you and give you advice and bring people on that have done the same and that can give you the same advice as well. There's kind of like a pattern within the episodes of, how I've learned to love myself and really stay motivated for me. Obviously, my first episode, the episode about my dad, I feel like that was just a release for me and for people to understand me and get to know me. Then Johnny, my grief stage. Then it was Karina with discovering who you are, finding the balance with finding the balance with Karina, discovering you with Alan, taking risk with Isaac. So there's like a pattern going on. And these are things that, have helped me in the long run, and obviously therapy and really listening and being okay with my trauma, and healing in different ways. And I feel like through this podcast, like knowing that it's helping you guys, and I hope I can motivate you guys to finally love yourselves more, to know that you're worth living, that your life is um has purpose. And whether you know it or not, your purpose, you may not like your purpose, and that is okay. But this is a purpose that God has given you, and there's a reason. There's a reason for that purpose, and for you to help others, or to, at the end of the day, it's all about connection. And I feel like for me, my purpose is to help you guys with everything that I've been through, with my parents, with everything. And I could be that light to share to you guys. I'm sitting here right now to tell you guys that it's okay to not be okay, and to love yourself for who you truly are. And it doesn't matter what other people say. So I'm going to go ahead and answer some of your guys' questions on IG. Let me open it up. How long did it take you to find self-love? Are you still in search for it? I feel like my journey of self-love started when I was like 18. And it was one day we were filming the reality show, and there was an episode where I just didn't feel good, where it was kind of like they were pinpointing my weight a lot. And from there on, I just felt like, you know what? I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm not going to put up with people making fun of me, calling me fat. I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to be happy. And if I like eating, I'm going to eat. And if I want to go on a diet here and there, then I am. But again, like, I've also struggled with eating disorders and stuff like that ever since I was young. And it got to a point where it's just like, you know what? F it. I'm just going to do this for me. And I think to this day, I'm still in search. I feel like the healing never stops. The growing never stops. Self-loving yourself doesn't stop. And I feel like there's something that you learn every single day. But there's a switch. It's going to be a switch if someone is looking or is unhappy with themselves, or feels like, yeah, they're unhappy with themselves. There's a switch. There's going to be a day where a switch comes and you just feel like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to make a change. How do you forgive yourself? Oh my God. This is a good one, because I think it's harder to forgive yourself than to forgive others. No matter what the situation is, forgiving yourself is a lot more harder, because there's no one more disappointed in you than you. Your biggest enemy is you. And I think it goes back to sitting down with yourself, meditating, praying, and really focusing on, okay, why did I do this? What was the reason behind it? What was the response to it? And how can I make it better so that I don't do it again? And learning that it's okay to make mistakes. Not everybody's perfect. Everybody has their fallouts, and there's not a perfect person in this world. You are your own perfect. You are your own person, and you are who you're meant to be. And that's it. And maybe there was a reason that you made that mistake, but it's okay to forgive yourself. You can move on. There's a reason for absolutely everything. Okay. During an anxiety attack, what's something that helps you or keeps you calm? I saw, I didn't see, actually, my therapist recommended it to me. If you have gum or a sour candy next to you, it's the littlest thing. Eat a sour candy or a gum, and it programs your brain to that candy being sour, and like focuses more on that than the actual anxiety. Obviously, I don't have candy or gum with me all the time, but I feel my feelings and I breathe through it. I know it sounds so cliche, but breathing exercises are so important to your body, to your mental health. Taking the time, feeding your body water, taking the correct vitamins, really focusing on what your body is asking for and why you have that anxiety. Really look back, and it's all about really channeling back to your inner child, to who you were, why you have this anxiety, why you have this fear, and addressing it and getting through it. If you have, for me, I had a fear of airplanes. I kind of do, and it gives me anxiety a little bit, but I prepare myself. If I know I'm going to travel, you know what? I'm going to get on this plane. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be fine. Not that accident that happened to my mom isn't going to happen to me, because you can't let your fear control you. You can't let your fear live inside your body and go with you, because then you won't ever really be living your life. Okay. I love all these questions, you guys. How to overcome guilt from setting boundaries. Look, in all honesty, you should never feel guilty for setting boundaries. If you're setting boundaries for a reason, it's for a reason. And I think that it's super important, and not everyone's going to understand your boundaries. I remember going through a situation this last year, setting boundaries within my friendship, and it didn't work out. And that's okay. Not everybody's going to understand you and your boundaries, but you know what you're doing for your heart, for your life, and what's going to be beneficial for you. And if people don't like it, then it's okay. They don't understand them. And maybe one day they will. But as long as you are content with the boundaries that you're setting, then that's all that matters. How do you love yourself on hard days? So if I'm having a hard day, what do I like to do? I like to eat my favorite meal, sleep, have a coffee, my favorite coffee. I journal. It's really, again, you guys, it's really about stepping back and taking time for yourself. Taking time for yourself and doing the things you love and not feeling guilty about it. Simple and honest. Okay. What has been the hardest thing to say no to in order to help with your own self-care? For a long time, I was a yes person. And then I learned to say no. I learned to respect myself enough to be like, I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm not gonna deal with what this person is doing, or I'm not gonna go to this place because I don't feel like it. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be just you. It's gonna be just you. And again, those that don't understand are probably not meant to be part of your life. And those that do understand will get it and be lifelong partners and people that hold long-term relationships. But I don't have a problem saying no, because I'm happy with saying no. I'm happy with my decisions, and that's making sure that you're confident enough to be like, you know what? I don't feel like going to this place, or I'm not going to deal with this crap, this, and that. So, hardest thing, I don't know. Because I've been so used to saying no now these days that it feels good, and I don't feel guilty about it. Have you ever been in love or heartbroken? I've been in love, and I will say I think I'm the heartbreaker, because I'm very honest and blunt, and when I know that something's not for me, I will be honest about it and kind of just say it. So I've never been heartbroken. Emotionally, how do you drag yourself out of depression and overthinking? Oh my goodness. Okay, again, I'm going to kind of address it as a whole. like anxiety, depression, and overthinking and all those feelings, feel your feelings. They're totally normal. You are entitled to feel whatever you feel. And getting yourself out of it is going to take time. It took me forever to get out of my depression. It really did. I got into therapy. I started eating better. I started getting sun. I took the correct vitamins. All those things really, really take account for what you guys are doing, or for all that to help you. Taking all those things and to really just meditate and praying, you guys. Having some type of faith, for me, that is God, and that is knowing that I have something higher than me taking care of me, and knowing that there's a purpose and a plan over my life. And overthinking, when it comes to overthinking, you guys, oh my gosh, it's believing you're creating your own fears. I will say that. When you're overthinking, you create your own fears and you automatically think the worst and this, and that. You just got to take a step back and be like, no, this is the reality of things. This is the moment. This is what's happening in this present moment. We can't predict the future. We can't change our past, but we can figure out what we're doing now. And what you do now will affect what happens in the future. And so it's really thinking about the now and staying there. Okay. These questions. Okay. How do you learn to forgive others who did you so wrong? Oh my gosh. Well, let me tell you. I feel like when you're forgiving somebody, it takes time. It takes time, and I don't necessarily like to believe the forgive but you don't forget, because at some point, once you forgive, you kind of got to let it go. And it kind of teaches you a lesson about people, about whatever mistake they did. It's a lesson. Everything is a lesson. And it kind of shows you more about what you want in friendships, what you want in relationships. So say someone's cheating on you. Okay, I forgive you. But now I know what to expect and what I don't want. And you know what? It's okay. Maybe that person cheated. There's no valid reason for cheating, guys, but it's all about communication. Communication with relationships, communication in friendships. And you know what? I'm going to forgive you, but I'm going to set a boundary. I'm going to set a boundary and kind of just let you live your life, and I'm going to live mine. That doesn't mean holding a grudge. It's not holding a grudge. It's really focusing on you and your heart and making sure you don't get damaged again. And yeah, I feel like I learned that this last year, especially with like my whole family situation, where you kind of just, forgiving wasn't the easiest thing because you can't believe that it's family. But then again, there's other people that treat you more like family and give you more in return. And that's okay. And you can't have expectations on people. You can't expect people to say sorry. You can't expect people to love you the same way as you love them. And you have to learn to be okay with that. You can't have, again, expectations on people, because then what happens, you create this expectation and you mess up the relationship, and they do something that you don't like, and it's kind of just, it kind of messes everything up. So it's kind of, again, being confident with yourself, understanding the people around you, and kind of just letting things be for what they are. And yeah. Another reason why I wanted to have this conversation and this topic with you guys is because this week I launched a gratitude journal. It goes hand in hand with self-love and having good intentions for your heart, and who you are. And yeah, this is my 3 things gratitude journal. It's available now on overcomfort.com, because I believe that waking up With the grateful heart is important, and it's healing, and it sees gratitude shows you what was that? What did I say? Gratitude, let me find it, because this is super important, and I feel like it can help you guys and guide you to great places. Gratitude helps you see what's there instead of what isn't. So, with that being said, I gladly present to you the 3 things gratitude journal has here. What I'm grateful for, what I'm thankful for, 3 amazing things that happened today, and ideas for a better today. These journals I made with so much love, and I learned through therapy. I learned through therapy that feeding your emotional, your spiritual, and your body is super important to get through the long, long days. So emotionally and spiritually, this is how, well, emotionally, I'm focusing on feeding myself. What am I grateful for? Being positive and really giving yourself everyday affirmations. And here, there's some important quotes that I personally chose myself, Bible verses that have helped me get through my anxiety and my depression. So yeah, these are available. I'm going to leave the link in the bio in the description, so that way you guys can go ahead and get them and start on your self-love journey. This is our self-love era. We've been seeing this everywhere on TikTok, on Instagram, and I really wanted to have that conversation with you guys, because I feel like we're all entering a phase in our lives where we're just really taking time back, making everything romantic, and that's beautiful. Really romanticizing our lives, and it's as simple as going to get a coffee. It's simple as making a coffee, or really just spending time watching a movie at home. And it's important. It's important to me, and it's important for me to share that with you guys, because it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy to, and I'm not going to mention the whole social media thing again, because not a lot of you are in the same position as I am in about social media, with the platform that I have. But as a normal human being, learning to really love yourself if you're not in a relationship, and most importantly, when you are in a relationship, is super essential to living. It's super important. And you really have to take the time for yourself. You have to take the time for yourself and heal yourself from things that maybe have traumatized you in your past. And really learning to be okay with where your life is at right now, and making those changes, and understanding that no matter what you go through, you're going to be okay. Life is going to be okay. And I'm telling you guys from experience that the pain doesn't last forever. The pain is pain, little pain equals more growth. You're growing more and more and more every day. The pain doesn't last forever. This doesn't last forever. And I promise you, you're not alone in whatever you're going through. There's always somebody in this world, or someone near dear to you, that can hear you and be with you, and that is going through the exact same thing you are going through. Love yourselves for who you are. Love the journey that you're on. Love the people around you, but most importantly, love yourself. You have a gift. Each person has a gift to share, and I think that I'm grateful that I get to be here, talk to you guys, and letting you guys know about love. Don't depend on a relationship, guys. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I've been single for 3 years, and I'm doing great. And when that time comes, the time will come, okay? But again, to close it out, you guys, I have my beautiful gratitude journals. If you guys want to get them, they are the best and cutest things. When I started Over Comfort, this is one of the main things that I wanted to come out with, and I'm so happy that I finally have it in my hands. And then it goes hand in hand with our candles. You guys are always wondering what candles I have, and it's my Over Comfort ones. And they smell heavenly. if heaven had a scent, this is what heaven would probably smell like. But all right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And Overcomfort podcast is coming to an end this season, you guys. So we're gonna do a season 2. I can guarantee you that. But we have one more guest for season 1. And I can't wait to bring that person over here. And yeah, let me know who else you guys want to see for season 2. Any other questions that you guys may have. I'm going to leave the links and everything down below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening. And I send you so much love, kisses, and light. And you guys are all beautiful the way you are.